Well, I had no idea we was gonna start this series like that off. Oh my goodness. Talk about a rejection of the century. So, what I have for you all today, if you don't know, my name is Julian, aka Juicer the Gamer. I am bringing you guys something new. This is something I used to do a lot, which is called anime first impressions, especially for new ones. And I would basically pick a series that, I found to be interesting after watching it once. Watch a couple more times to give my overall thoughts and opinions. This first impression, honestly, I'm going to say this twice and you call it understand me, is going to be the best rom-com of fall 2019. I'm going to say that one more time. It is going to be the best rom-com of fall 2019 anime. Period. This lovely anime is called Ore wo Suki nano wa omae dake kayo, which translates to Are you the only one that loves me? This is the synopsis that I'm reading off my anime list. Kisaragi Amatsuyu is invited out alone by the cool, beauty upperclassman Cosmos and his childhood friend Himawari. Expecting to hear their confessions, he triumphantly goes to meet each of them in turn. Cosmos and Himawari both instead confess to Amatsuyu that they like his friend. Amatsuyu fights this lonely battle, but there's another girl who's looking at him. She is a gloomy girl with glasses and braids. Amatsuyu finds that he hates her because she's always turning her sharp tongue only on him and finding enjoyment in his troubles. But it turns out she's the only one who actually does like him. Now, with the synopsis out of the way, I already gave you my first impression that I believe this is going to be the best fall anime rom-com. And I will stand by that. Because when Kisaragi introduces himself, he calls himself average, run-of-the-mill student, much like slice of life harem protagonists. They're average, they're not really special, they're kind of boring, they're dense, they're not really anything special. They're just not. But as revealed in this episode, we found out that he was pretty much just faking. Like, he was faking being dense. Faking really being nice, if that makes sense. Like he basically faked himself being that nice guy. Because as we found out later in the very end of this episode, he has a completely different side of him that he doesn't want to let out in the open. And we saw glimpses of this throughout that episode, of that different side of him, immediately right after both the upperclassman, mature student council president that he adored and his childhood friend. Those are standard harem protagonists, girls that are added to the harem. Those two right there. The childhood friend is always there, and then the student council president will always be another one. That's just how it goes for harem anime. And it's completely found out that both of them like his best friend, who is the ace of the baseball team, the captain, the leader, because they saw him not only encouraging his teammates after a brutal 1-0 loss in, I believe, the elimination tournament, during the prime of baseball season, they both saw him at different ends of the lock of the exits, crying his heart out because he was hurt that he couldn't, play with his teammates more. He couldn't continue that fight to bring the national title to the school. And, then you have all the seniors leaving, and it's very heartbreaking to lose like that. It's a real heartbreaker. So both of them fell in love with him at that site. Both the childhood friend and the student council president both fell in love with Sun at the same time, from different exits. So when both of them confessed, Jolo, the main character, was kind of losing his grip on life at that point. Because, he thought he was the man, he was about to get confessed to. two girls that he liked, and he was about to have the harem protagonist dream. Girls on both arms. Right? Right? Only to be crushed immediately. And then, to keep up his charade, in front of the two girls, basically told both of them, I'm going to help you get him. But after, he went back home, raged a little bit, threw some stuff around, he came to the realization that whoever Sun-chan, the best friend, doesn't pick, Jolo, is going to come in and comfort said heartbroken girl, and, we can live happily ever after. Which, this might be a terrible plan on his part. No, that is a terrible plan on his part, because it's not going to work. It is not going to work. So, the next, Monday at school, he tells both girls that, the other girls that they like his best friend, I'm going to help you, and I'm going to play both sides. I'm not going to be, one or the other. We're going to do this together. We're going to come up with strategies, but these first sample strategies fail miserably. Like, both girls are so nervous, they can't really talk normally. They can't really say what they want to say, and they're often turning to him to bail them out of the terrible situation that is going completely wrong. To the point where it's not even lunch yet, and they have already run him ragged to the point where he's hiding from both of them. To the point where the only place he can go is the school library. And in there, we meet quite possibly the female protagonist of this story. Let me see if I can pull up her name again so I'm pronouncing this right. Here we go. Sumeriko Sanshokuin, aka Pansy. Now, this girl immediately comes out and says, I know what you've been doing. I've seen both girls confess to you, and you can actually see her behind a tree when one of those girls are confessing. I had to watch this episode twice just to see that. I saw her standing right there behind a tree. So she knows what's really going on with Joel. To the point where she just basically comes out and said, I've been stalking you. I had my eye on you for a long time. Like, what? What? So after she says that she basically knows what's going on, he basically, I don't know what kind of service that was, but Amazon in this anime delivered a bench in like a day. I don't know what kind of prime shipping this was, but I want that. So they sit down on this bench, and Jolo is so nervous to the point where he's basically hyperventilating that she's going to confess to him about liking Sun as well. To, his pleasure and displeasure, she completely says, no, I only love you, Jolo. Which he basically said, oh, okay. And like he kept the charade up to the point where she was like, no, I don't like that side of you. Show me the real you. And that's when he basically comes out and says, I really hate you. And she says, I really love you. So these two are going to have I can already tell this anime is going to have some funny situations and a lot of drama between, is it 5 characters? No, 6. Between these 6 characters, it's going to be a lot, I believe my math is wrong, but between these characters, there's going to be a lot of drama, which is why I'm saying this is going to be one of the best rom-coms of fall 2019. This episode really set the stage for what's about to come with the rest of this anime. So, strap yourselves in, enjoy the ride, and if you made it this far, and if you haven't seen this episode, go see it. But if you made it this far, leave a like, leave a comment on what you think about this anime and how you think the series will go. This is Juju's Gamer. I'm signing out. See you next time into the next video.